rank where the view is nothing less than phenomenal. For how I express and project from my abdominal. The only view better, both my daddy and my mama know. No living parents, my sons give me balance. My wife is my serenity, this mic is my identity. The world is foul enough, that's why I write without obscenities. Provoking danger with broken language and spoken anguish. Begging to get hurt, why would you ask to go through changes? Yes, Lord, life's a chessboard, master the angles. Control the tempo, be the one who holds the info. Acknowledge is just as deadly as machete swings. When spoken, the truth is as potent as that Medellin. While others swear the style is free, I just let it ring. Our time is undervalued, soldiers make us better kings. My fans on my shoulder, reaching after better things. Today I take the shot, for them I'd rather set the screen.
My mama told me follow my dreams. My daddy told me get it by any means. Stand tall, make him bow to a king. But I've evolved, you can see the result. Look in my eyes when you speaking to God.
Life and for those who we caught up in using what I was scarred with the muse. I guess they call it proving I'm more than an artist. Pistoling out my darkest while sizzling out a harvest. And storing what gets me from A to B, just like garages. Instrumental with collages. Envision what I've been drawing. Broadway to give you rhythm like the great Lena Horne. So bent on, found comfort in the storm. Find peace and on when you see them others perform. Organized chaos, I'll cast it like hey ya.
Yo, party people in the place to be. What's good? It's your number one chief rocker in Knicks universe, your main man, Uncle Freezie, coming through to rock the spot. Welcome to the premier Knicks in the Nighttime show, the Knicks at Night podcast. Salute everybody watching us on X. Salute everybody watching us on YouTube. If you're new here, man, consider hitting the subscribe button, right? Hit that subscribe button. Consider hitting the like on this live stream. It's going to be dope. It'll be worth it. Show some support, show some love. Let's get started, man. So we're going to be here for just a little while. I'm going to go ahead and put the link right here just real quick because we're going to be here for a little while. I'm going to try to got something else I got already had scheduled, something I had already had in mind. And so, yeah, let's get to it, man. The Chicago Bulls beat the Knicks 135-125 in a game where you could feel a couple of ways, right? Cowboy Bob is in the building. What's good?
Salute.
So you can feel a couple of ways about, or a number of ways about what you saw tonight. Just really quick, I'll share how I feel tonight, man. Everybody. Lily Phillips in the building. Daniel Berry Sports Highlights is in the building. Slicko here is in the building. Salute. Salute to all the new subscribers of the channel, man. Salute, man. I see y'all. I see y'all. Trust me. I see y'all. I see y'all. Derek Franks is in the building. Salute. What I saw tonight is, and this is going to sound crazy. It's going to sound OD. Even though the Knicks lost, I thought the Knicks as a team turned the corner. I think the Knicks turned the corner tonight. Right? We legit could have been down 22. We didn't. We wasn't down 22 at the half. Mikal Bridges hit a Hail Mary 3 to cut the lead to 19. I think the starters are straight. I think our bench is absolutely garbage. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Yo, you legit, your starters, Charles B. What's good? Charles B in the building. Yo, your starters can't even go to the bench and sip water. The bench can't even come in the game and get into the game and hold it down a little bit without things getting away. Right? As soon as we start subbing, the game started getting away, is what I saw. Right? I saw Chicago attack us with lineups that were designed to give us trouble. Right? We saw it. They ran it on us a little bit. They got a lot of threes out of it. And then Mike Brown made an adjustment, kind of shut that down some, tried to make them put the ball on the floor. Because at one point, the Chicago Bulls were shooting 67% from the floor. 67% from the floor. Chicago was shooting 67% from the floor. Right? And they were shooting threes. Mike Brown makes the adjustment, but every time the Knicks go on a run and sub anybody in from the bench, things just go back the other way. In my opinion, the bench is a problem. Right, Cowboy Bob, I'm not going to say the bench is terrible, but they damn sure played terrible tonight, bro. What you think?
Agreed, man. They were all negative. And on top of that, like, where's the leadership from the bench? And I thought that's why we got Clarkson. Like, nobody on the bench actually helped us. Even McBride came off the bench and he was playing the most minutes from the bench and still it was a negative. So
Right.
what are we really doing?
Right. Right. Yeah. I saw Mike Brown running offensive plays. As a matter of fact, Mike Brown, when Mitch and Cat on the floor, he ran his version of the Spanish pick and roll with Cat and Mitchell Robinson, right? Which when I saw it, I was like, look at this. Is a coach from the Knicks making an offensive adjustment to a defense?
That's he was doing that because
Right.
how many times we came back?
And just really quick, out of that Spanish pick and roll, Mitchell Robinson was open at least out of that set at least 5 times that I saw. You got to get Mitchell Robinson the ball when he open, man. Out of the Spanish pick and roll, Mitch was open at least 5 times. But Jalen, at the same time, Jalen Brunson had the hot hand. So what do? Do you force it to Mitch when Brunson is cooking?
No.
It's one of those things. Like, you know, we got to find the balance. Mitchell Robinson tonight, I counted, was wide open. And I don't mean NBA open. I mean pure basketball open at least 13 or 14 times tonight.
So
and
open, he could have wrote a letter to his mom. Now I'm just making a joke. I was like, he was so open, he could have wrote a letter to his mom.
Yes. Mitch was open. We passed up dunks at the rim for open threes, and it just didn't work for us. Right? It just didn't work for us tonight. But at the same time, you could see our starters take turns getting hot within the game. We had 4 starters score 22 points or more. That's impressive. And when you have that, I think we only have. So Bridges was a very efficient 9 of 14. Cat was a slightly efficient 6 of 14. And OG was a very super efficient 9 of 12. Right? Cat's numbers went down because he took a lot of late bad shots late. But for the most part, Cat was efficient during the game, except for late down the stretch, bombing away from 3, trying to get the Knicks back in the game. Right? Jalen Brunson played a pretty good game. Y'all got to hear me on this. Whether you think the Knicks are a good team or a bad team, y'all got to hear me on this. Our bench is trash. They might not be terrible. Like I was telling Cowboy Bob a few moments ago, they might not be terrible, but they damn sure played terrible tonight. Right? Yabusele doesn't even look playable. Jordan Clarkson, I love his heart and desire. He played pretty good defense tonight. But Jordan Clarkson is not known for defense, man. Y'all know what Jordan Clarkson is known for. You know what I'm saying? So, do I wish Deuce would have played a little bit better? Man, listen, Deuce is a role player. Deuce is not an elite level starter. You're getting Deuce is playing the best he can, right? So I'm not knocking Deuce. Deuce played the best he can. He was 3 for 9 tonight, but at least he was trying to stretch the floor, right? At least he was out there trying, right? But our bench needs a lot of stuff. Or does it? Or does Mike Brown give Yabusele and Clarkson 5 or 6 more games before he totally turns it over to Diawara, Dadier, and Ariel Hukporty? What you got, Cowboy Bob?
Nah, I was gonna agree with you about tonight's game. The third quarter, we had one of our best third quarters. We came back, order within the game. made it interesting for with them. We recovered really well in the third and even in the fourth. But when you brought up Clarkson, you said something about the bench when we were doing a few minutes ago on the playback. I agree with you. I think we need to let Clarkson lead with his scoring from the bench. Once he does that, I then think we're going to start to see everyone start to play better. I think Clarkson's trying to fit in, try not to be the pebble in people's shoes, but we got him in because of his offense, and he needs to do that. His defense is better than his offense, but you're known for your offense, and that's what we need off the bench. So if he had when we had Brunson out, it's Cat and Mitch is there, he should be feeding those guys. Like we were talking about the look that you just said that Mitchell
Sorry, B
Robinson could
said
have
you're
got.
breaking up, bro.
Oh, my fault. Hold on. Hold on. It's my headphones. Can you hear me now? Can you
Yeah,
hear
yeah,
me?
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
so it's like with the whole breakup with like we said, we let Brunson eat, let him eat. But at the same time, if he's eating and he's on the bench, Clarkson should be coming in, setting up Mitch, should be doing those plays to where those 13 looks Mitch had, he should be about having 7 of them for him. He should be more aggressive because I've seen him a lot of times go to the rack and then look to pass as opposed to attacking the rack. And even Toy B brought up, he had like 3 of his shots were contested because they waited, they threw him a grenade. She's right about that. He needs to be more into what he was when he was in Utah. Once we get him in there, then we get the other pieces with the whole bench. Like I've been saying, use everybody because you don't know the potential you have. You don't have to have a perfect game. Even McBride tonight played a lot of minutes. He was still effective defensively, even though he was a negative. But some of these younger guys can give you a turnover, so that can help you. Same thing with Kolick. We've seen Kolick come in. He's doing well, especially defensively, but we know him for his offensive skills. We got to get these guys more involved, and I think Clarkson needs to get the reins, get it out of his own right, play his offensive game like he did in Utah. That's pretty much what I think we need to do.
I'm gonna say, chat. I'm gonna say this publicly, and I'm not a Knicks hater, right? I'm in love with the Knicks. It's the reason why we do a show Monday through Friday, mostly 11 o'clock. On Wednesdays, we do Knicks freestyle. Sometimes we have the energy to do a second show. Sometimes we don't. But I'm gonna say this, and it's gonna sound crazy. Gershon Yabusele right now is not an NBA player. I don't even think Gershon Yabusele right now can be dominant in the G League. Right? Jordan Clarkson right now is not an NBA player. Right now. Right now, Jordan Clarkson is not an NBA player. We can legit get those same numbers from Mo Diawara or Kev McCullough right now. Like their impact, the impact of Gershon Yabusele and Jordan Clarkson, I think you can get that from Mo Diawara and Kev McCullough, and maybe even Pakim Dadier. And I know that sounds disrespectful, right? That sounds disrespectful, but I don't like disrespecting NBA players. I go to NBA games. I see what they go through, right? I know these guys play hard. I know they try hard, right? But right now, Jordan Clarkson, and this is not including tonight's game. Right now, Jordan Clarkson is shooting 33% from the floor. He's shooting 30% from 3, right? 33% from the floor and 31% from 3, right? That's terrible. Those are terrible. Those are terrible numbers from somebody that's considered a scorer. How are you a scorer and you're shooting 33% from the floor? And it's probably worse now after tonight's game, right? And Gershon Yabusele, outside of terrible defense, Gershon Yabusele for the season is shooting 20% from the floor. Gershon Yabusele is shooting 20% from the floor. 20. Like those dollar bills in your wallet. 20. Right? Yabusele right now is shooting 14% from three. 14. Right? Now, I know it's only 5 games, right? I know it's only 5 games, right? But if we're talking about benefit of the doubt, if we're just merely talking about benefit of the doubt, right? If our kids, if the young players were putting up numbers like that, you know what we would be saying about our young players? Trade them for something. Right? Now, with that, Mitchell Robinson played a dynamic game tonight. Awesome. I'm glad Mitch is back. And you could see how Mitchell Robinson's defense impacts the overall team defense. Right? You could see how Mitch's defense impacts the team's overall defense, right? Mitchell Robinson looked great on the boards. He looked great on defense. My only thing with Mitch is you can tell Mitch was winded early, right? I think they subbed him out at the 2.5. Mitch may have taken like 6 or 7 trips down the floor and was like, yo, yo, that man took you could tell, and it's not because he's fat and lazy. It's just, I think the excitement and then not playing all that stuff together got that man that man was gassed. And I'm not saying because he out of shape. I'm saying, you know how you be hyped for something and then you get there, you weigh yourself, you know what I'm saying? Mitch played good, man. Mitch had 11 rebounds in 20 minutes. He actually had 11 rebounds in 15 minutes. The last 5 minutes, I don't think he grabbed the board, but he was dynamic. And plus, he was open 15 times, and they didn't even look at him.
Mm-hmm.
You know? And so, basically, what I'll say about what I saw tonight, just to reiterate, Mike Brown substitution patterns, I think, was spot on. Mike Brown's adjustments in game were spot on. Our bench is terrible. That bench is terrible. Kerry Cox in the building, salute. I'm not gonna lie to you, when you get 4 of your starters scoring 22 points or more, right? 4 of your starters. So the starters scored, let's see, 12, 18, 21. When your starters score 101 points, the starters scored 101 points, and your bench scored 24 points on 18 shots. Oh, let me see. No, let me see. 14, 15, 19, 22 shots. The bench scored 24 points on 22 shots. They were terrible. And their defense was terrible.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the defense was terrible. And the thing is about how we were attacked by the Chicago Bulls tonight. They didn't do a traditional come out there, classic pick and roll type. They didn't do that. They attacked us in the creases, and when we over adjusted to the crease attacks, they kicked it out to a wide open player for 3, and it worked for them tonight.
Mm-hmm.
They were knocking down threes from everywhere tonight.
Yep. And even if you look at it, when Mitch was in the game, Cap was playing well. And if you look at it, if Ariel could have helped out tonight, at least with.
No, come on, Cowboy Bob.
No, I'm just trying to say, compared to what these other bench players were doing, I'm not saying he's ready, but we need to find someone who's a big that can help out. No, I'm not saying him. I'm just saying we need to find someone that can help out with that, because I'm not saying Mitch is a liability. He was great tonight, but we need, when he's resting, someone else that's a big that could go in there. Yabusele was supposed to be that guy. He's not. There's a lot of things that we got to work with, and again, to their credit, Chicago did everything. Like you even pointed out, they played 3 guards. They were playing quick. They were bringing the ball up fast just to get past the half court, and they were setting up their plays deeper from the 3-point. Like we were setting up plays with Brunson at the logo. Like, what is Brunson doing all the way back there? Like there was so many things that I'm like, I would have rather seen what we would have gotten out of the guys you said, like McCullers. Like see what we have because they could have done some type of contribution. And if our bench is doing this, we in trouble. We are in serious trouble, and we have to find a way to make it work because if our starters are doing their part, what was the purpose of adding this bench? Like the bench scored 24 points. Come on, man. We lost by 10. We could have done so much better. We could have done so much better. And then Josh Hart with his, as much as I love Josh Hart, he was just, I don't know what happened. He was bad.
Josh Hart's defense tonight was terrible.
He got blown by and blaming other people. He was he pulled off of a man that helped someone that left him wide open, like what they did with Josh Giddey. He pulled off to come up and put pressure, but they didn't even play the passing lanes, and they were able to get the pass off to where if he had just slid a little bit more to the left, he would have got the ball. And they got it right to Josh Giddey, boom, quick basket. Like they were just burning us with cuts, and he wasn't doing what he normally does. So we got to find a way to get this bench more involved, not like involved with the offense and stuff like that, but they got to do more of their part. And I don't know how we do that because it looked bad. But again, best comeback I've seen in a while in these 5 games. Chicago put us to the test, and I think next game we're gonna come out with a win. It's just we got to be patient. It's a work in progress.
Hey, Andrew Collins, I think Josh is hurt, but I think there is a level of transition for Josh.
What do you mean by that?
I mean, Josh is in a new system, coming off of injury, in a new role, right? And so Josh has to get adjusted. You got to give. I mean, you don't have to, but a reasonable person would give another person a reasonable amount of time in order to adjust to a new position.
Yeah.
Right. It's like when you start a new job and you in training.
Yeah. You can't make the same mistakes at your old job because you're not. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Right. Like everything is all on blast. Yeah. But I'm just hurting because they fought so well. They were down by so much, and they fought back to come back into the game. And then even like you brought up how Brunson didn't take a shot till the end of the game when it was over. He took his last 4 shots. Then, like even
I said he took 21 shots through 3 quarters.
Yeah,
and didn't take a shot in the 4th quarter until the game was just about decided, and then he just started going for his.
Yeah, and like at that time, I think he should have tried to use, like Tory B said, OG get him because he was hot. When Cat was running his thing before Brunson came back in the 4th, he was doing good too. Like we got to find a way to get these guys continuously hot. Like that's what I've also noticed too. A lot of times our team, when we have the hot hand, they cool off because they're not getting involved. It's not like they're missing. They just stop getting the ball, and then they got to restart 10 minutes later or 5 minutes later. We got to keep it consistent. And again,
Chicago's defense has something to do with that too.
Yeah.
Chicago basically inverted the defense, man. Instead of pressuring the point of attack out high, Cat wasn't knocking down threes. So they started guarding the people that were knocking down threes. If you notice, a few of those threes that Cat took, Cat was wide open, bro. Cat was wide open. But tonight, you know who wasn't wide open? And you know who was hitting threes? OG Anunoby was 5 for 7. So why guard Cat when you can push your defense towards OG? Bridges was 4 for 8 from 3. So why guard Cat out there when you could push up defense back to stop Bridges? Because Bridges was on a low heater there for a minute. Right? Yeah, man.
Yeah, it's a tough loss, but again, they showed a lot of spirit, and I give them credit for that. So I'm not that completely upset about it. Disappointed more.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Did Mike Brown get out coached? I think so. I think he got out coached at the beginning of the game.
Hmm.
Right. I think he got out coached at the beginning of the game, but we didn't have. I think Cowboy Bob said this. We didn't have the third quarter swoon. Like we didn't come out the third quarter flat. Right. It was one of the things I was going to bring up too. And Cowboy Bob said it, so I want to give Cowboy Bob for saying for his point. But but we were thinking the same thing. Cowboy Bob said it first though, and so we didn't come out flat in the third quarter. Right. And at the same time, you could see the Knicks continuously trying to go on a run, but every time we made a substitution, stuff got weird.
Yep.
Right. Stuff got Landry Shamet, bro.
He the looks he was getting, he had so many wide open threes, and he just was like, if we had not given him the ball and given it to our hot hands, I think we would have won. Like he was just, I don't know what it is, but to me it seems like he's getting a pass. Like,
You remember when he missed that first free throw?
yeah.
When he missed that first free throw, you could tell he just didn't. And I know it's one free throw, but you could tell the disgust in his face. Like, how
Mhm.
you that mad? Because it's just one free throw, bro. You got another one,
Mhm.
right? So you could tell him. I think they're pressing, bro.
What you mean pressing?
I think they should be 5-0, and they're 2-3, and it's frustrating
Okay.
them. I think Jordan Clarkson thinks he should win Sixth Man of the Year, but he playing like the 15th Man of the Year, right? You know, and there are some stuff, man. I think there are some things that could be cleaned up, but before, I ain't gonna lie, Yabusele looking that big, bro. That's not gonna be cleaned up quickly. That's a weight issue, right? Jordan Clarkson losing a step. That's not usually Father Time usually don't go back and give you what you lost.
Yep. It's making me second guess, is it worth it with those two guys coming here? Because I believe that they were capable of doing something, but in actuality they wasn't. Like, they're not doing it now. So I'm kind of like hesitant, because outside of the bench, it's like we're doing okay, but it's, I don't know. It's just bad. Like the expectancy of what they were on paper and what we were supposed to be. To be honest with you, I think we're supposed to be like 4-1 right now. But it's like the bottom fell out of the pot. I mean, out of the bucket when we was at the well.
Right.
But Clark's gonna figure it out. I just think he needs to have the confidence, the same confidence that they give Shamit. I think that they need to give the Clarkson, like, yo, it's you, dog. You running this team. Do what you got to do. If you got to take 15 shots, go ahead. Like, open up the offense, because every time I see him driving, he has these wide open looks at the rim that I seen him make in Utah, but then he's looking to pass. So I'm like, why are you looking to pass? Take the shot. And then he goes back out, and then he kicks it out, or he passes it and then goes back out for a three, and it's contested. Like, they're in their own head right now. I think they believed something and it's not working. So, like you said, they're frustrated, and it's kind of showing on the court. That's that
Right.
mental. That's that mentalness that I've been talking about. The mental fatigue. Like, you're playing well, you believe in it, but it's not working. And now what are you gonna do? You can't cry. You can't be upset. You just gotta work through it.
Right.
But it'll fall through, because the adjustments that Brown did, I'm like, he know what he doing. It's not him. It's the players. They gotta see what he's doing, how he's trying to make them do the best that they can, because all the work that the players and everything he was doing was good. But then when he took out and put in the three, where he put in Hart, McBride, and Yabusele, I was like, why would you do that? and then it just went right back up to like 15-point lead when we were down by 5. And
Every time you sub, bro.
yeah,
Every time you sub, I'm I'm not gonna lie to you. I do, and this is gonna sound crazy, but I wish I would have saw more Tyler Kolek tonight, man.
agreed.
And I don't know who you would sub out to put him in, right? I don't know. Like, do you take Deuce minutes? Do you take Josh minutes? Do you take Cat minutes and play Kolek with Mitch? How do you get um yeah.
I
I'm gonna
agree. I would
say
have.
I'm
I
just
would
gonna
have.
I'm just gonna say
Uh,
this, at least with another pure point guard on the floor, saying you get to move, you could move the basketball.
yeah,
No, you know.
I would love to see Clarkson be that guy, but right now Kolek's looking like it, and we need to kind of feed off of that. Let Kolek be who he is, because if Kolek is doing really well, which he has been defensively, and his offense has been setting up, just run with him than Clarkson. But if you do that, I think that I don't know if these players are those players that could be like, hey, these guys are trying to, you know, like how we used to be like, nah, you ain't gonna show me up. I'm gonna come out here and do my thing and be better. Like that's what I'm expecting and praying that we have that.
Right,
Because if that happens, it'll click quicker than anything. But right now they look like they're defeated.
right.
But again, Brown to me, he gets to me. I give him the game ball tonight because even though we lost, he made the right moves. Even with the subs, we kept coming back. In the fourth quarter, it was like 6 minutes left, and we were down by 5. I was like, oh, we can come back. And then OG hits the 3. I'm like, yo, we're down by 2. We got time to come back. It's 4 minutes left, and then what happened? I don't know. Just everything went bad. But I give him credit though, because you saw Josh
He
Hart was
took
playing
Mitchell
bad.
Robinson out. He took Mitch out of the game, and Chicago blew us out. And that's the
Mm-hmm.
simple. Chat. That's the one move Mike Brown made tonight that I felt like was the worst move of the game. Was when we were trying to come back. We had a run. Everybody is tired. You could see Mitch breathing heavy, right? He took Mitch out of the game, and I understand why. I understand why. Mitch may have been on a minutes restriction. You don't know. Mitchell Robinson was definitely gassed because he plays with all the energy. Like Mitch don't conserve energy. He just play hard the whole time, right?
Mm-hmm.
He takes Mitch out of the game, and then the lead balloons all the way back up to whatever, and the game is over.
Mm-hmm. We're gonna figure it out though, because like I said, the fact that Brown was able to bring us back multiple times when we were down, within 5, within 2, within, from a 20-point lead to 10. Like we outscored Chicago in the third quarter. Like I
Yeah,
think it was 32-26 or something like that. Like we were doing our thing, but I think we ran out of gas, and we still missing open threes. Like in the beginning of the first half, we were missing a lot of open shots, especially Shamit. I'm
right,
like, Shamit, what are you doing?
right. I don't know what some. Yo, oh, let me say this real quick. Hey, everybody. So, Lawrence Tears has a Discord, right? And if you want to be a part of the Mitch Hive, join our Discord for the Mitch Hive conversation. Like, you ain't really down. You're not really in the Mitch Hive unless you join the Mitch Hive, right? So,
Mm-hmm.
Discord is where it's at, like where we be having the conversation, man. I'm gonna try to get in there more frequently. Maybe I'll get in there tomorrow. You know what I'm saying, to get into the Mitch Hive chat. Um, and it's as simple as it is. Be there, be square. Like um, talking about how Mitchell Robinson changed the face of this game. So
Yep.
yeah, yeah.
You can
So
see it the first 3 minutes.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
We were up
So
14-7.
yeah, yeah. So the Discord is out there. We want to kind of pump that up a little bit. A lot Wise is in the building. YZ, if Yo, this is the mandate, bro. If you ain't in the Mitch Hive on Discord, you ain't in the Mitch Hive, period. Right? That's just what it is. You got to be there, be square, bro. Like
Defend your man,
I'm
Mitch.
probably going in, hang out a little bit tonight. It's a text Discord, but I want to set up a voice Discord, and so I'll probably do that tomorrow. Like set up a voice Discord and for the Mitch Hive on our Discord server. That way we can all get in there. It'd be like a party line talking about Mitch. But I put the link to it in the chat, and I'll put it back out here again just real quick. So that's the link to our Discord, y'all. Cowboy Bob, real quick, you got anything before I dip, bro?
Yeah, real quick. We're gonna win Sunday. We're gonna come together, and I think that Coach Brown is gonna start us off right, and we're gonna actually have a really good game because this was a good game too to watch. Like coming back, I felt like we had it, but we just lost it, and I think the next game moving forward, it's gonna work itself out. Like the Beatles said, we gonna work it out. It's gonna be all right. It's a bad loss, but go New York, go New York, go.
Hey, yeah, I'm gonna get out of here. It's been a super long week. It's just gonna be like this for the rest of the year for me, or until early December. For me, man, like legit, these 12-hour days is like kicking your man in the teeth, right? So, we're gonna wrap up right here, man. We might holler at y'all tomorrow. The Discord for sure. Yeah, I'm gonna put the link on the Lawrence Tears page. And so I'm gonna be hanging out in the Discord because I can do it from my phone. You know what I'm saying? So if y'all want to come down there and conversate with your man, the number one Chief Rocker Man, come through, hang out on the Discord server. I'm gonna try to get some others to get into to jump on there with us. But we're gonna get out of here, y'all. Hey man, it's not so bad. I think the Knicks turned the corner. The bench need to give back their checks. They out here stealing checks, bro. We're gonna get out of here, y'all. Thank y'all for coming through. Subscribe.
Be safe. Have a happy night.
The like button. Peace, everybody.
I rank where the view is nothing less than phenomenal for how I express and project from